4, which is professional guidelines, including contracts, fees, confidentiality, and coaching guidelines in general, especially setting up your skincare coaching fees. So what does a typical coaching session look like, and what can you charge for skincare coaching services? That's a big question. There are a few different models, but all have one thing in common. Clients are setting up and paying for an appointment or series of appointments, either in person or by Zoom or video conference, to discuss skincare goals and their concerns. Fee-based skincare coaching is a growing field. Some coaches completely keep away from the practice of selling products to clients with their coaching programs, saying that they want to remain completely independent and totally unbiased regarding products that their clients choose to use. These skincare coaches are what we would call fee-for-service based. These types of fee-only coaches are by far in the minority. Most coaches do provide products and they make a profit over and above the coaching fees when they do so. These skincare coaches recommend those products and formulations which they believe in and are intimately familiar with. In particular, the skincare coach is exceptionally familiar and confident with the ingredients and the benefits that they're recommending. Now let's discuss how these costing models might work for you. What are typical skincare coaching fees? That's what everybody wants to know. Initial skincare coaching sessions are about 30 to 60 minutes of in-person or video chat with the skincare coaching client. And that typically costs between about $150 to $250. This coaching fee is mainly based on the skincare coach's credentials, the bundles, or the packages of products that the coach offers. It also includes their level of expertise, their marketing strategy, and the area they live in, the area of service. At these price points, many skincare coach programs typically include about $100 to $150 worth of retail value of skincare products or services, which are recommended only if allowed by license or by law. Now remember that. There are no hard and fast rules about how to structure fees, so skincare coaching fees absolutely run the gamut in terms of what is offered. But skincare coaching engagements absolutely should have some hard and fast rules regarding skincare coaching deliverables. Skincare coaching sessions should include discussions of skincare goals, a history of client habits and products that they've used, skincare type analysis, product analysis, as well as recommendations on ingredients, suggestions for changes to what the client is using or doing, including products, routines, all of the standard fare of skincare coaching engagements. Ongoing skincare coaching sessions are a little bit different. They range in time from about 15 to 20 minutes, and these can be in person or by video chat. For ongoing skincare coaching, if the sessions are in person, the fees are typically higher than for video chat. This is logical. The in-person sessions typically range from about $75 to $150 per session and are again dependent on the coach's offerings. Video chat are typically about half of the in-person rate, and again, they're really dependent on the coach's business strategy and their offerings. For ongoing engagements, coaches will generally pick an educational topic for that session, whether it's anti-aging, how the skin works, SPF factors, UVB or UVA rays, the benefits, the special ingredients of some products, exfoliation, either mechanical or chemical, and then they typically delve deeply into that with a Q&A. They go over progress, they take a series of photographs, or videos to document the results thus far, and then they monitor client behaviors regarding the agreed routines. They also take stock of the results of using the skincare products over time, discerning what works and what isn't living up to the original goals. Also, they discuss results since the last skincare coaching session, and they provide the client with a daily treatment plan, making sure that the client has a clear understanding of the sequence and the frequency of all products of the suggested routine. Also, they follow up with the client regularly in order to make sure that everything's going to schedule, and they can do that either by email, in person, or by video chat. So that's typically what ongoing coaching sessions are like. All of these ongoing coaching sessions generally contain highly personalized skincare tips, suggestions, and a monitoring protocol for setting up a great skincare habits for the client. Fees for these sessions are typically a little bit less than the initial consultation because the time employed is a lot less. And these range from about $50 to $75 for about 15 to about $75 to $100 for about 30 minutes worth of coaching. So those are general guidelines. Now let's talk about coaching packages, or what we call bundles. Now that you understand the basics of skincare coaching fees, you'll quickly realize why most coaches actually find it highly desirable to bundle a series of coaching sessions, including the initial and follow-up and ongoing sessions. Selling the client all the time on the value of booking their next sessions is exhausting. Collecting fees and the effort it takes for a skincare coach to constantly sell and book new business has a high business cost. And it also takes an emotional toll too. It's not a stretch to understand that the efforts that go towards marketing and selling are substantially more stressful and costly if you don't bundle those fees with products and or additional services. It just makes sense that bundling is an option that works for most skincare coaches. Additionally, we found that most coaches say that repeat business from great product sales is something that cannot be overlooked. Clients may not need or want ongoing skincare coaching services, and the revenue does typically stop for this service. But if they like the products that the skincare coach has recommended, this can actually be a substantial profit center over the long haul. The bottom line is costs are generally higher and future opportunity for money-making events are lower if the skincare coach's strategy doesn't include product sales or bundling. Additionally, if the skincare coach decides to bundle their offerings with products, most clients can justify the value of the higher bundle costs versus the individual sessions that don't contain either a product or a multi-session discount or offset. This is especially true of product sales or delivery of a preset routine that's necessarily bundled with those products. In this way, the client pays a set fee but perceives a high value for the service or product bundle than they would for just the regular session costs. Most clients actually think, I'm going to buy the products anyway. This is a great deal because I'm getting service and not making expensive mistakes. Also, when I'm trying products that I'm not going to keep, I'm actually going to throw them away, because who typically takes products back to the beauty counter? Not many people. So the advice of a skincare coach is very valuable in that regard for the products you don't buy and you don't throw away in the client's mind. Now let's talk about your business's growth and profitability. Setting up your skincare coaching fees and schedules is important to you. How often do skincare coaches weigh in with clients, and what exactly do they charge for coaching sessions? The customary way that skincare coaching evolves is that there's an initial coaching session that can take place virtually by teleconference at the client's home or office, in a meeting room, restaurant, or just about any other place where people can talk comfortably. The first session always consists of skincare analysis, goals, results, expectations, discussions. It might also involve creating a strategy, discussing action plans, setting goals, lifestyle reviewing, journal keeping, or other recommendations of topical products and treatments. Frequency of coaching session depends on the client's needs and goals. After a mutually acceptable routine is established, the coach sets up a schedule that works for the client's lifestyle in order to have frequent enough check-ins for the desired level of accountability and results, and to see the results are occurring actually as expected. Additionally, what's important is that the coach can check in by text or email when required and monitor that. More often than not, no matter where the service is, skincare coaches are learning about the client. And if the skincare coach is in an affluent area, of course the client is going to be willing to pay a higher fee for services rendered. Also, with those bundles, even in lower income areas, if you bundle properly, you can get really great fees if you bundle it with top quality skincare products that are profitable to you. Additionally, clients expect the skincare coach to recommend products. Not doing so is often very frustrating to clients who are asking for service. They don't know what to do. So it's understandably important as a consideration for setting up your skincare coaching fees. Repeat retail orders versus repeat coaching sessions are actually the way to go. Skincare coaching doesn't last forever for every client. Yes, your client might come back to you for tune-ups when they have skincare concerns or when they come up, but by and large, once the skincare coach has educated the client properly and the client's skincare routine is actually locked in, which is what you're supposed to do, the coaching relationship actually winds down, as it should. So that brings us to retail products. This is the backbone of a flourishing skincare coaching business, in our opinion. If the skincare coach sells products, getting products from the skincare coach is what the client gets used to doing. And that's a great thing for a coach's business. In fact, reorders can be a substantial profit center that allows a skincare coach to keep their fees low. Understanding that over the long haul, having hundreds of clients, thousands of clients reordering products from you, this can indeed be a great marketing and business building strategy. If you work the profitability numbers, you can quickly estimate the profitability and longevity of a good client reordering book of business. Now imagine that every satisfied skincare coaching client that reorders can be estimated to use at least 6 cleansers and toners per year, plus an additional pop on generators and generated by serums and moisturizers that you'll recommend and procure from them. This typically equates to several $100s per year in profitable sales. Now remember that these products are available to the client whether they buy from the skincare coach or not. But if you provide an offset for product sales for skincare coaching fees, this is really a win-win because it usually saves clients quite a bit of money and it allows skincare coaches to make ongoing product sales from profits. If purchasing from the skincare coach can reduce a client's coaching fees, clients understand that this is to their benefit. They actually appreciate this. So if you haven't really been in skincare sales before, or even if you have, how do you actually set up a client product sale? So you start by asking questions, which is what a coach does. Some of the questions you might ask is, what does all of this mean for your anti-aging skincare plan? When it comes to reducing wrinkles and preserving the most youthful skin, what goes into your body and on your skin is just as important as your routine. So I'm going to recommend some products that can be topically applied. Is it okay for a skincare coach to sell products to their clients at every session? No. This is an important consideration for all clients, and skincare coaches need to understand that a skincare coach is not there to pitch skincare products to the client at every single session. Yes, skincare coaches have their favorite products, and that's a given. Skincare coaches absolutely want to make sure that clients are using products that they would recommend and that they know are appropriate for the client's skin type and goals. If you're selling products, you have to strike a balance that works for you and the client so they don't see you as a constant salesperson rather than as their skincare coach. Setting up product sales as part of your service offering should begin with what we call a product sales boundaries discussion. This is important. Here's what it might sound like. You'll notice that we have coaching conversations throughout the material, I'm going to pretend that I'm actually talking to the client now. Throughout the course, you'll see that we provide what we call coaching conversations, and this is an example of one of them. As you know, I provided products as part of the skincare coaching arrangement in the beginning. These are not the only products that I sell. However, they are products that I recommend to every client, regardless of what they've currently been using. I hope that if you love them as much as I do, you can reorder them from me. However, I want to be clear that you don't only have to use the products that you purchase from me or that came with this bundled offering. I always tell clients that regardless of bundling, it can be a win-win for both of us. From my point of view, there are several benefits. Firstly, I do a lot of research on the ingredients and the formulations. I find that for demonstration purposes, it's best to know the products that I work with exceptionally well for the client and for the majority of my clients. Plus, when I demonstrate products, it gives us a starting point to talk about products that are similar to those that you might be using or that are out there in the marketplace. Here's the bottom line. The decision of which products you want to go with for your skincare goals is ultimately your decision. It's not up to me. My intention is for you to feel that you're not getting pressured to purchase products or anything other than what we agreed to in the skincare coaching engagement. However, I do run a business, and that does coaching as well as provides products that I firmly believe in. I do this to all my clients. And another benefit that most understand is that it's one of the ways that I can keep more reasonable coaching fees for clients than if I didn't sell products. But I do like to discuss boundaries on this up front. So if you want to purchase something that I'm showing you, we can open up that conversation. So here's what we'll do, so you don't ever feel pressured. If you like a product, just ask me the particulars, like the cost, how I see it might fit for you, and how long it might last, and if it'll be more or less expensive per use than what you're currently using, or if it'll provide greater benefits for the cost. Then you decide if this might be a great addition or a replacement. I'll most certainly be delighted to provide these to you. And if you're not interested in a product, it won't hurt my feelings. It really won't. I actually want you to feel comfortable enough to say anything to me, including, I really don't think that's for me. I want you to use what works for you. I want us to be fully honest between us. This is the goal that I strive for in coaching. Additionally, I offer my clients discounts, bundles, and some coaching fee offsets if they continue to purchase products directly from me. I truly want a long-term relationship with every single one of my clients, and most of my clients appreciate it when the profit from product sales actually reduces the coaching fees across the board. Now that we've discussed product boundaries, how might you bundle fees and products to create something that the clients recognize as valuable? With client perception in mind, the most successful skincare coaches set up several coaching packages, which are designed to create great value in the client's mind. Additionally, to make sure that the skincare coaching engagement can reap rewards for the client over time, we highly recommend that the skincare coach incorporates several reasonable time frames or goals for their client engagements. Setting up accountability checkups, layering up education as the client starts getting results, tracking progress, and making sure that the skincare coaching goals are met. These all have significant value to the client, and each one takes time to produce. The time frame aspect is significant in promoting and selling skincare coaching programs. When skincare coaches explain that they'll be working towards skincare goals and defined objectives, bundles with logical time frames make sense to clients. Clients often feel more confident in engaging a skincare coach when they understand that actual results will be monitored over a reasonable time frame. Logically, this kind of time frame needs to make sense to clients. If you explain that your packages and bundles take the client through at least the period for it takes the skin to rejuvenate and shed completely, they'll understand why ongoing skincare coaching is important. As you learn in this course, the rejuvenation process takes about 28 to 45 days, depending on the individual. To be safe, we advise skincare coaches to devise their optimal programs around a time frame of not less than 120 days. This would logically incorporate 3 to 4 shedding periods and rejuvenation periods. Smaller programs should minimally take on one cycle to complete. Just as we've explained why timeframes are important, so should you as a skincare coach use the same logic in explaining your program's timeframes and results and expectations to the coachees and clients that you take on. In the typical skincare coaching package, a 60-minute initial coaching consultation would be where you discuss skincare goals and concerns and timelines and prioritize those goals and examine the potential benefits and the results. You go over a history of skincare habits, treatments, consultations, and issues, and then you're going to go through the client's current skincare routine, step by step by step. What are they doing? You'll also go through the client's current skincare routine step by step for the day, the week, the month, and help your client make informed, budget-appropriate skincare decisions. You'll take stock of and discuss current products that they use and that the client likes, and examine the benefits and the results. You'll also take inventory, ideally, of products that were not successful and discuss why. Answering the client's product and ingredient questions about what to buy, when to use, how often to use, and what to avoid means that you're going to give personal consultation on the targeted anti-aging practices that the client wants to discuss. Ideally, you're going to discuss the 5 steps of an optimal skincare routine as well. Cleanse, tone and pH balance, exfoliate, treat, hydrate. Clients want answers regarding a proper and personalized skincare routine. For example, they want to understand specifically when to exfoliate, when to do a peel, when they should moisturize. They want personalized insight into how certain products and ingredients will affect their own skin. They really don't care about general information. It's all about them. That's why they engaged you as their skincare coach. Set up products to cover all 5 steps. Demonstrating the proper use of products is really important, and provide application tips. Make suggestions regarding accountability and what it will take to ensure that they adhere to the program, and discuss typical stoppers that might occur and set up ways to counterbalance these. For example, the client maybe doesn't like to wash their face immediately prior to going to sleep, so they could cleanse earlier or use an alternate cleansing method. Suggestions might involve creating a daily and nighttime strategy, setting daily and weekly goals, lifestyle reviewing, journal entering, journal keeping, maybe recommendations about topical products and treatments that are simple and save time. Skincare coaching conversations kind of go like this. You asked me why people come to me for skincare coaching. I typically spend a lot of time researching this industry and keeping up with what helps skincare look good and what doesn't. I spend time with my clients, educating them, listening to their goals, suggesting things to do, and making sure that they are making progress towards their personal skincare goals. That's what I do. Most other people don't have the passion about this that I do. That's why I got into coaching. My clients want no nonsense answers without them having to sort through years of skincare product and ingredients information that I've already gone through. They just want to know what works, when to use it, and know that I'm confident that what I'm recommending will provide the results that I tell them they should expect. Plus, they save a ton of money not purchasing products that don't work for their skin and don't get the result they promise on TV or social media ads. Making skincare products mistakes is so annoyingly costly. Another skincare conversation that you might want to have is why me and not a medical professional? I don't know any dermatologist who would sit through all the questions my clients have. They don't have the time for you or anybody else, and they certainly don't have the time to do research on all the skincare and beauty products that clients have in their cupboards. When's the last time you made a list of your products and handed it to your doctor for their opinion? They'd hand it right back to you and tell you to do the research yourself, because that's not really what they do. So consumers are pretty much left to sort things out by themselves, by their doctors, unless it's directly within the line of the doctor's expertise. Plus, from the cost side, if you could even get an hour with a dermatologist, it would cost you a fortune compared to what my skincare coaching fees are. And that's not wasting money. That's just how it happens. People waste a ton of money on hit or miss products, what will or won't work for their skin. Product mistakes are very costly. How many products have you purchased over the years that were just a waste? Even worse, have you ever used products that make you itch, go and question your judgment, or that you just go, I don't know why I bought that expensive thing? As a skincare coach, I save my clients a lot of money, time, and skincare heartache. It's that simple. Another skincare conversation that you might have with clients are that people are desperate for a person who has a personalized connection to discuss their skincare questions and talk about their goals and how they're aging, and they don't like it. They want to understand exactly what's going on with their skin. They want to understand what's happening. And they want to get some solid suggestions to slow down the aging process. This is a competitive industry dominated by products and procedures, and there's so much misinformation out there, and most of it's confusing to the layman. As a skincare coach, your job is to take the time to listen and then educate clients. I actually learn about my client's life and how their skin interacts with their world, and then I come up with solutions to skincare problems, and that's valuable. I do take extensive notes, and I like to document progress by video or by photo. Then I email, text, phone, video chat, whatever works for you, and we'll set up weekly or bi-weekly visual touch points to see how you're doing. I want to make sure the recommendations are working for the results that we put in place. I also want to make sure that the monitoring covers a time frame where the skin has completely rejuvenated itself from the base level all the way to the surface. For younger people in their 20s, that's about 28 to 30 days, and for more mature skin, that's about 40 to 45 days. I'm going to be recommending products that penetrate more deeply into your skin to help you with any aging goals, and I'm also going to be recommending a sealer or a moisturizer to make sure that those serums work effectively. We ideally need to monitor this for 3 rejuvenation or 3 shedding cycles. That's what I find optimal for getting the best results. Does that make sense to you? Now let's go over some coaching pitches. Pitches are ways to approach the client in order to engage with them in skincare coaching. So here's kind of what it sounds like. With 20 plus years of experience in the beauty industry and as an accredited skincare coach and health educator, I specialize in helping clients look and feel their best inside and out. I can help you put a plan together so that you can reach your skincare goals strategically. We'll discuss what your objectives are and look at ways to tackle the signs of aging, looking at causes and effects of maybe parched skin, dehydration, taking a look at the effects of your particular environment, and talking about your current skincare habits and routines, if you have one, and a lot more. Another pitch might sound like this. Hi, I'm Helen. I'm a no-nonsense Tell It Like It Is skincare coach and blogger, and I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible achieve their best looking complexion every day for the rest of their lives. Really get excited about digging into, what's going on with your skin, what you're using, what works, what doesn't. I want to really help every single person figure out what they should splurge on, what's best left to the wayside, saving them money. I use logic, I use science, I use good old-fashioned common sense too. And I'm not really into spending a fortune on fads or hype. Here's the bottom line. As your skincare coach, I view my job as offering you skincare consultations that will really help you create the best skincare routine for your unique needs. It's as simple as that, as a mission for me.